guys, KPR, glad you're watching another video of mine. India are the champions of Asia yet again. Well done, Team India. Absolutely brilliant. A quick little dance from me to the Indian team. Chakade, oh chakade, India. Chakade, oh chakade, India. So yeah, look, listen. India won this Asia Cup, I would say, quite comprehensively. Look, listen. Um, India had all kind of games. They had games where they absolutely thrashed teams, and they had a couple of tight games. But what makes a champion team is when they know how to win games when it really, really gets tough, and how to win games from all kind of situations. And you just saw India had that experience and had that belief in the current situation. As example, in the final against Pakistan, when it got a bit, you could have thought, oh my God, are India in trouble? And there were a couple of times where I will not lie, I thought India were in trouble when Pakistan were back in first and they were 100 odd for one. And then India had that experience to know they can fight back. Who did the other 3 or 4 wickets? Varun Chakravarti bowled really well. Bumrah at the end came back really well. So India knew they had that experience, and Pakistan being Pakistan, they just found a way to collapse yet again. And yeah, look, they still got a score of 140. They had India 3 down. India's top 3 departing very early, but Tilak Verma, the man of the moment, he absolutely bossed that final. And credit for the partnership with Sanju Samson, who batted really well, Shivam Dube, who batted really well. So the Indian team, they just knew how to take games and win games. And that's just because of all the experience these boys have playing in the IPL. I mean, if you look at the Indian team, genuinely, the playing together, it's actually inexperienced, but it's still got plenty of experience just because of all the IPL experience and the number of games these boys play. So, India, until you don't beat India, you don't actually feel you've beaten India. And that's the kind of aura Indian team now have got in world cricket, especially in white ball cricket at the moment. They're not just the champions of Asia, they're the champions of the world, current T20 World Cup champions. They won the Champions Trophy just recently. So here's another thing. India won last year the T20 World Cup without losing a game. They won Champions Trophy earlier this year without losing a game, and now Asia Cup again without losing a game. And that's an aura. That's just one of them things that you don't. There are certain times teams may win a tournament by fluke, or they may get lucky. But India are showing just exactly why they are the number one side in world cricket. Just the way they're just absolutely winning all games. And even those pressure games where they get themselves into trouble, they find a way of getting over the line. And that's what you call champion team. Hardik Pandya, main man, lost in the final, but they still, India still didn't panic. Shivam Dube opening the bowling 2 overs, bowled superbly well. And actually Shivam Dube, I think I may have missed him out with the batting. He batted exceptionally well. So well done to Shivam Dube as well. But look, Indian team were amazing in this whole tournament. I still don't think they were at their best at times. There were plenty of drop catches, and they were sloppy at times. But if you look at it overall, I think that's just to do with the fact that I think at times they got overconfident. But overall, skills-wise, they were magnificent. And look, the worthy winners. And some people may say the competition wasn't that great from other teams. Yeah, look, it possibly wasn't, but you can only play what's in front of you. India got pushed against Sri Lanka in a dead rubber, but they came out really strong at the end to win that game, and that helped them in the final as well, because they were just involved in a tight game, and then when Pakistan put India under pressure, and credit to Pakistan, when they put them under pressure, India came out really well, and they've done really well, and you've got to give them credit for that, because it's games like that that really defines teams and everything. And India going forward with this team now, which is going to be this kind of a side, they're going to be a lot of confidence going forward, and yeah, look, throughout the Asia Cup, I think India, it was just one of them things where India knew what they had to do in each game and they just did it. There was actually no real danger in this Asia Cup. At any point, you would have thought that India was going to miss out in the finals. They're always going to get there. They did, and they just won the big moments. So yeah, fair play to India. Other teams, I think, in Asia do need to look at themselves, need to really lift themselves up. Pakistan have shown what they can do when they're in good form. They can push side. Sri Lanka, they were disappointing, but they did it. Afghanistan were really disappointing, I think, for what they can be. But again, they're very talented side. Hopefully, they can bounce back from this. Bangladesh, bits and pieces team. Again, they're not really. For a side who's been playing for years now, they really need to do better than what they're showing. So yeah, but look, India again were really great in doing what they have to do and staying disciplined to their thing. I just want to give a massive credit to Surya Kumar Yadav, okay, because I know he hasn't scored hardly any runs, but I think the way he's led the Indian team under pressure with all the political things that have been going on, which I'm not going to mention too much about all those things, but it's not easy. It's not easy. But then again, I think he's led from the front, he's smiling all the time, lifting the team, doing things what's under his control. Yeah, look, people have asked me, am I happy the way that India conducted themselves throughout this Asia Cup with all the political things? Look, absolutely. Whether India have been right or wrong in all parts, it's not something I don't really want to go into because it really doesn't matter. End of the day, I'm here to talk about cricket, and India were champions, and that's all I can say. I mean, I think moving forward, BCCI just needs to make sure that Indian team doesn't get too much involved in the political side of things. If there's big issues such as that, then just don't play the Asia Cup, I'd say. But if you are going to play, don't put too much pressure on the players to potentially make them do certain things that they may not be comfortable in doing. I'm not saying that was the case, but just to make sure that cricket is the main priority when they're playing. And credit to the Indian team for just staying focused and doing what they need to do. And yeah, well done India, magnificent, and look forward to more great performances from you. So that's all guys, take care.